See, what do you mean by immunity? So you might have heard that somebody telling that you are not having immunity because so many infectious diseases, it is not affecting few persons, those who are having strong immune system. Okay, and again, some of the foods also boost up our immune system. Immunity will be developed and strengthened by some of the food stuff. That is, food habit also influences the immunity. And again, what is the definition for this immunity? The overall ability of the person to fight against any infections or disease causing organism is called as immunity. And this immunity varies person to person. And again, this is the system. It is not individual cell or individual organ. It is acting like a system, and that gives response to infection, to any kind of infections, and protect the body. So how it is fighting against infections? First, it should recognize, the immune system should recognize the pathogen or infecting organisms. And based on that, the reactions, again, it responds, our immune system responds after finding the proper pathogen which is infecting us. And again, first time it killed the organisms. Okay, and it is having the special quality of memory, remembering the foreign antigens. So what do you mean by antigens? Most of the antigens are glycoproteins in nature. Most of the antigens are glycoproteins in nature. What is the difference between self-antigen and foreign antigen? If you take self-antigen, the glycoproteins which are present in our body from birth, they are called as self-antigen. From birth, we'll be having some of the antigens, that is antigenic proteins, glycoproteins, even our RBCs, the membrane which is having antigenic determinants. Okay, so that is called as self-antigens. And foreign means that is during our lifetime, we are facing some of the entering during our, that is our body is facing few antigens during our lifetime. That is the difference between foreign antigen and self-antigen. So, and again, it plays, immune system plays role against allergic reaction, and again, autoimmunity is also there, and organ transplantation. So, we already discussed about graft rejection. What do you mean by graft rejection? If someone is facing with some organ failure, definitely we have to transplant the organ of that person. So during the transplantation, transfer of organ, that will be considered as foreign antigen. Okay, so for that even we discussed about cyclosporin A. Okay, immunosuppressive agent. So during organ transplantation, our system will consider that new organ as foreign body and elicit immune response against that organ. Okay, and again, this system, what are the components of this immune system? It includes lymphoid organs and many different tissues involved, and different types of cells are there, and including antibodies. So all these together forms immune system which we need to fight against any infections. Yeah, so first let us see, because before entering into the immunity and discussing about immunity, we should be clear with what type of organs we have in our body under the immune system. Okay, so these are the organs where, that is lymphocytes, they are originated and it is getting matured, and again multiplication, proliferation, everything is happening in these lymphoid organs. So there are two different types of lymphoid organs. Again, if you see, we have discussed many. For example, Walde's ring in throat region. So here we have tonsils. So why here we are having that lymphoid tissue? Tonsils is called as lymphoid tissue because I am talking now. So many microbes can enter. So to kill those microorganisms, we have lymphoid tissue around and even during eating food, we don't know whether it is getting contaminated or not. So to trap that organisms, tonsils, we have around the throat region, one. And bone marrow, you know what is bone marrow, which is present inside the bone. So here it is acting like the factory of B and T cells. B and T cells are manufactured here. Okay, and thymus, already we discussed about this also, thymus. So again, this is producing, that is under, this we discussed under digestion chapter, and the thymus we discussed under endocrine glands. So this is producing thymosin hormone, which is inducing the T cell maturation. T cell maturation. See here, that is B and T cells are produced from bone marrow. The T cells will go and get matured in the thymus, where this thymus is present near the breastbone. Okay, and even in intestine, if some of the microorganisms, those who are escaping from the activity of tonsils, in intestine also we are having some of the lymphoid tissue, Peyer's patches. Okay, and again spleen. It is also one of the important lymphoid organ. Apart from that, lymph nodes. These are lymph nodes where the immune reactions are happening. We have lymph nodes throughout the body, even in inguinal canal. That is inguinal canal, which is connecting the testis and abdominal, scrotum and abdominal cavity. Okay, so each and every place of our body, we need this lymphoid organs to fight against infections.